Hello and welcome everybody to yet another Aetherdrift video. I'm Paul Cheon, and today, well, the set hasn't come out yet, but we are still drafting in the early access event, and this is now draft number 4. We've drafted Simic, we've drafted Simic Exhaust, we've drafted Boros Aggro, and I don't even remember what the other deck was, but it was probably cool. Anyways, we are heading into draft number 4, and I'm really excited to try different archetypes and try to showcase that to all of you. Oh, it's blue-white artifacts. So let's go ahead and see if we can do something new. Now, before we head into this draft, I just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you want to pick up some booster boxes of Aetherdrift, well, you can pre-order them now. You can actually do that right now by clicking on that affiliate link in the description below to purchase either booster boxes or singles, whatever you need. Additionally, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, you name it, they got it. Heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. One final thing, I usually don't put this in, but I did put my card rankings for everything on Aetherdrift up. You can find that by going to my Patreon, link in the description below. Alrighty, what else can we pull off? Oh, that's a big fat dinosaur. 1 green, 5/4. Regal Imperiosaur. Well, that's, I mean, stats-wise, that card is great. What else do we have? Air Response Unit, I think, is just mediocre. Hellish Sideswipe is a nice Bone Splinters type card, if there is support for that. Although I think I like Grim Bauble in general more. Black, ETB, target creature an opponent controls gets -2/-2 until end of turn. Sack this artifact, Surveil 2. That card seems excellent. I think it might be better than Lightning Strike, and it might be the best common in the entire set, given the different synergies that go with this card as well. The question is this better than just taking a 3-mana 5/4? It's a little bit hard to cast, but I believe there are other dinosaurs in this set. This is one of them. You know, look. We got to play the rare. We got to play the rare. Grim Bauble is good. I could see a world where maybe in the Pro Tour, for example, where Grim Bauble is the card that you should be taking over the Regal Imperiosaur. But this is not the world. Not right now. Not week 1. Day 1, even. Here we have some decent uncommons. Rare's missing. There's a Broodheart Engine. Now, noting this format is slow, so I actually think this card could be playable. I thought this was perhaps too slow because I thought Boros vehicles would be too fast. Cloudspire Coordinator is also fantastic. 2 mana for a 3/1, ETB Scry 2. And then whenever you play a mount or a vehicle, you can tap this to make a pilot, which is great. But given the Imperiosaur, I'm not looking to switch and take a Boros card. I think I'm just going to take Run Over. I have not been as good about taking interactive spells, and this is Green's best common, I think. This card is just 2 mana bite down, but if you target a mount or a vehicle you control, it costs 1 mana. So for that reason, I'm going to take this over the Broodheart Engine just because I get to stay green and be a little bit more flexible. All right, solid start here. And now what do we have? Oh, I love Stampeding Scurryfoot. 1 mana for a 1/1, but for 4 mana, you get to make an elephant token and a +1/+1 counter on this. So not much you do on 1 mana anyways. So if you play this on turn 1, on turn 4, you're getting 5 power and 5 toughness worth of stats. Or for 4 mana, you get 4 power, 4 toughness worth of stats, and then you pay the other mana up front. So I think this is going to do a really good job of us cutting off the green if we can. And I think this card is premium. I think this is probably the second best green common behind the Run Over. Other than that, this pack looks fairly weak. There's a Verge Land, another Air Response Unit. I think Point the Way is a little bit too slow. Collision Course is a decent interactive spell. You need a bunch of creatures or vehicles. Night Market is a decent fixer for land, but I think let's just cut off the green here. I'm actually liking green a fair amount too, so let's go ahead and do this. Ooh, I love Rocketeer Boost Buggy, and I haven't drafted the red-green exhaust deck yet, so this could be something I'm interested in. It's certainly the best card in this pack. There's also Hour of Victory. I don't think this card is very strong because you pay 3 mana to get a 2/2 zombie. And then once you hit max speed, yes, you get to search for something, but 3 mana for a 2/2 body is just far too weak. Other cards at common, the Venom Sack Lagak is a fine filler level playable common. Wreckage Wickerfolk, I actually like a fair amount. It's a 2-mana 1/3 artifact creature with Surveil 2. A lot of value, and it has evasion, which lets you basically get to maximum speed. And then Midnight Mangler, fine in the artifact deck, and just a decent blocker. Pactol Terror could also be a sleeper pick in the artifact deck as a way to get to maximum speed. But for me, it's going to be the Rocketeer Boost Buggy all the way. Let's hope that this is a sign that red and green is open, but we shall see. All right, green seems to be dying off here, but I'm not gonna avoid it entirely just yet. As far as red cards go, I think Proudcatcher Specialist is a little bit too weak of a card for me to take at this point. It's a fine card. The Gastel Blockbuster is not particularly strong. It just doesn't. If they don't have an artifact in play, what are you gonna do? Play a 3-mana 3/2. Thopterist is fine. Maximum Overdrive is a fine combat trick, but I love Risen Necro Regent. So I'm going to take this because if you get maximum speed, I lost to this card straight up. So I'm going to take this and speculate, and see, hey, look, if I end up in black-green, that's fine. This is probably a sign that black is open. And I can even perhaps splash for this card as well. Moving on to, wow, okay. There are a lot of decent cards here. None of these are insane. Veloheart Bike is fine. Defender Rider is a fine trick. There's also Locust Spray. I think Ether Siphon, I went from thinking this card's unplayable to, given the format, given how slow I think the format might be, this can be playable. But for me, if I'm going to be black-green, I'm going to take Quag Feast. You're looking to mill yourself anyways, and for 2 mana, you get to basically kill just about anything. This seems like a welcome addition to a black-green strategy. Seeing this in Locust Spray pretty late also tells me that black is very likely to be open. So let's go ahead and take that and see what else to do. Okay, so right now the Boost Buggy is probably not something that's happening, and this is kind of what we have in front of us. We have a combat trick, but not too interested in that right now. I do think this is a good combat trick, but for us, we're black-green. What do I want? Well, there's Fang Guardian, which acts as a really, really good combat trick. That also comes in the form of a body. There's also a Pothole Mole, which I think is also quite nice. 3 mana for a 2/3 creature that lets you put a land card into your hand. So which one is better of the two? I like the combat trick aspect of this card, and you can still ambush something and trade. So I'm going to take this over Pothole Mole. But I will say, I wouldn't be shocked to find out that the Pothole Mole is the better card in this archetype. There's a Jungle Hollow, but given that I'm now moving into black or green, let's take this and see how this performs. Let's take the Broodheart Engine, but black-green seems wide open here. And the Grim Bauble tabled? I almost took this card the first time around. That is ridiculous. Really strong. Streaking Oil Gorger also, I think, can be interesting, but I think Grim Bauble is premium. So very, very happy that that tabled. And actually, if there is a color where I think Wild Roads is playable, it's black-green, because black-green has ways to return lands from your graveyard to the battlefield. So being able to get back a land that you can turn into a 1/1 definitely has some value. So let's go ahead and take the Wild Roads. And really happy with how this deck's looking so far. 8 really solid playable cards. Pothole Mole over Fang Guardian is the only thing that I'm questioning right now. I really dislike Point the Way. So I will take, I guess, a Guidelight. I don't know. I'm not going to play any of those cards. Maximum Overdrive, though, that is a playable combat trick if I'm in the market for something like that. All right, moving on to pack number 2. What do we have? What do we have? Well, Perilous Snare is unbelievable, and I think I'm going to take it here. This is a 3-mana artifact that lets you, that kills anything, and then at max speed, you tap to put a +1/+1 counter on a creature or vehicle you control. That is ridiculous. Also, I can reanimate it with this if I need. Broadside Barrage is a fantastic removal spell. 3 mana, deal 5 damage to something and loot. But of course, it's just too far away to cast. Cloudspire Captain is very good in red, white, or green, white because you're doing the mount vehicles thing. I do like the Pothole Mole, but the format is fairly slow where I think Perilous Snare is powerful enough that it's worth me trying to splash. Although now there's another card here that I might be interested in splashing. Mimeoplasm Revered One, blue, green, black, X, enters with X, when it enters, exile to X creature cards from your graveyard, and then it becomes a copy of target creature. I actually don't think this card looks all that exciting to me. There's another Ether Siphon. I don't really care about Risky Shortcut or Siphon Fuel. This is just too expensive of a trick or a removal spell. Scoured Barrens is interesting for the splash and the snare, but I'm just going to take another Scurryfoot. I think this card is just awesome. But you know what? Okay, think about the Librarian, the mild-mannered Librarian. This card is very similar, I think, in terms of power level, and this is a common. This card is fantastic. All right, what do we have here? Captain Howler, 4 mana, 5/4, great, blue-red. It's got a lot of words. I'm sure it's good, but I'm not interested in taking blue-red cards here. Marshall's Path Cruiser is a fine mana fixer. Ooze Patrol, I actually don't like very much. I think it's just a fine filler level card. Sure, it has some self-mill elements, but given what I have here, and given that I'm looking to ramp and splash, I'm actually going to take the bike. I think the bike's actually pretty decent, given how slow this format is, and I'm going to take it here. It gives me mana fixing for the white as well here on the Perilous Snare. All right, moving on to pack number 4. It seems like we're kind of getting cut off here, which is unfortunate. There's a Terrian, but I actually don't think this card is particularly strong. It's triple green as well. There's a Deathless Pilot, which is a playable 2-drop, and noting that in this archetype, the fact that I have a lot of... I will potentially have some number of self-mill, and I can get this back for free, gives me some added value over something like the Lagak. So I think I will take the Pilot, but I'm not super confident that that is the correct pick in this pack. But it's just a 2-drop. We have 4 removal spells this time around, lots of removal. So now I'm just looking for ways to just have inevitability, some late game. We got some mana sinks here. I'm kind of liking this configuration here so far. You know, Maximum Overdrive is also a totally serviceable combat trick here. Or what are we? Black, green, splash, white. Okay, there's a white land, but there's a night market. I think I'm just going to take that for mana fixing. Silken Strength is a fine combat trick, but in this type of deck, I'm not really interested in too many combat tricks. Apocalypse Runner is interesting if you're black-red. Curious how this card actually plays out, but I'm going to take the mana fixer here. There's another mana... Ooh, interesting. Oh, there's a Lightning Strike in this pack too? Well, I'm not going to take that. There are a couple... This one helps me tap for white, but I think I'm just going to take Gastral Raider. This card seems pretty sweet. I want to try this out. It's a way to get start your engines going as well. I will say there's less spells in this format because there's a bunch of vehicles and artifacts that kind of take up that spot. But I think it's still better than probably taking something like a Pactol Terror, especially because this really isn't an artifact deck. So let's take Gastral Rider here. Nothing in black and green. So we are definitely getting cut off in this pack. Shame on all the people cutting me off. I dislike this greatly. Don't really think this is a Rover Blades deck. Not really a Boom Scholar deck either. I mean, nothing here is interesting. I'll take Thornwood Falls in case I end up with a green card that I want to splash. Ooh, I do like Wreckage Wickerfolk, though. I do like this card. Just totally fine 2-mana play. Leonin Surveyor is also a really solid 2-mana card. 2-mana, 2/2, first strike on your turn, start your engines. Perfect aggro creature, but this card is also great in black-green. Just a nice way to surveil, fill up your graveyard with what you need. And, I mean, this is the black-green deck. This is what I'm looking to do. Here, I will take a Silken Strength in case I need that type of combat trick. But ideally, I don't have to play it. Not really interested in Avishkar Raceway in a 3-color deck. Ether Jacket is also just fine. I think I'm just going to take Siphon Fuel, honestly, as just another removal spell to play. I know it costs 5 mana, but this gives you life back, which is pretty nice, and basically still kills everything. So I don't mind playing that as well. All right, what do we have here? What's the Javelineer do? This card's pretty bad. Marshall's Path Cruiser gets me a land and Cruise 5. I'm not going to play Bestow Greatness. Probably not playing the Path Cruiser either. This just Crew 5 just seems outrageously high. I'll take Crash and Burn in case I need to splash it. I don't think I'm playing Wreck Remover in this deck. Surprise Crash and Burn is still in that pack very late. Red seems to be quite open. At least from this direction. Hopefully pack 3 helps us out a lot though, just because... we got cut off in pack 2, but I'm hoping that pack 3 ends up being good. There's the Wastewood Verge. It's a good card. Explosive Getaway is fantastic. You get to basically save your creature and deal 4 damage to everything, but not something that I want. Here I am choosing between Earth Rumbler, which is a 5-mana 7/6 Vigilance Trample creature. It's a really good way to kind of close out games, but I just don't think it's that... I think I'd rather take the upside on something like a Risen Necro Regent to be able to get extra value over something like an Earth Rumbler. This card does hit really hard, but I think this card was really amazing when I played against it. Noting that Scrounging Skyway is also really good if you're doing the blue-red discard deck, but let's take this. Noting that I am interested in some cheaper Start Your Engine cards to make sure that I have maximum speed before I get to play this card. That's another Terrian. Ooh. Oh, there's a loot. This card is a bomb. But I can't play it. It's just too hard to cast. Ugh. I am sad. I am sad that I can't play that. Okay. What about Shefet Archfiend? 7 mana for a 5/5 flyer, 2 mana cycle. Now, if you have reanimation effects, this can be really good. What about this card? Far Fortune. I don't think I need to splash that. All right, I'm just going to take the Archfiend here. Format is definitely slower. This format is definitely slower than I thought it would be. And for that reason, I think this card went from being something that I wasn't really interested in playing into something that I think is fine. We do have the Broodheart engine, so being able to mill this and then play it is fine. And, you know, honestly, taking a turn off the cycle also doesn't seem that bad in this format. Here, I think I will take Blossoming Sands just to help with my mana fixing. I don't think I want to play the Foul Roads. I'd rather just have the Gainland that lets me play the Perilous Snare here. And there's nothing else in green and black that I want. Noting that there's a Spire Mech Cycle, which is really, really strong. It's very, very aggressively costed. And Samet, also really good, but we are black-green base, so we're not going to really be interested in that. Oh my gosh, okay. So Grim Bauble or Dredger's Insight. It's still got to be the Grim Bauble, but this is nice. Whenever it enters, mill 4 cards, then you can put an artifact, creature, or land card from among the milled cards into your hand. But this is just a great cheap removal spell that you can sack to Surveil as well in the late game, which also helps you put big things into the graveyard. Let's take the Grim Bauble here. Let's not mess around too much. All right, moving on. All the Ether Siphons. We are looking to splash white, so don't need that. I think I'm just going to take Night Market for mana fixing. Pride of the Road is interesting, but I don't think I care too much to splash for it. All right. That's another Rocketeer Boost Buggy and a Pride of the Road. Is this card worth splashing? It also is a Start Your Engines card. There's also a Chitin Gravestalker, which gets cheaper, but it feels more like a filler card. And there's also Aether Jacket. All right, whatever. Let's take this. Feel like our mana fixing is okay. Here we have Fane Guardian versus Wreckage Wickerfolk. I don't have a lot of 2s. All right, I think I need to take this just for my mana curve. I just don't think I have enough 2-mana plays here. So let's take the Wreckage Wickerfolk here. Also, if you start your engines, this is a nice way to just start pinging away at their life total to get to maximum speed. I'm going to do the same thing here. I don't think I want another 7-mana card here. All right, we got our 2-mana slot covered here as well. What else do we have? Definitely don't want a colorless land in this deck. Wow, Dracosaur Auxiliary that late. It's a little bit nuts. And we have playable cards in our sideboard right now. Ooh, Marauding Mako. So there was the blue one as well. So the blue-red cycling deck could have been available. We will take... Is this even worth playing? I don't even have... Do I have a way to get back lands from my graveyard? I don't even think so. All right, well, there's another Archfiend. Don't really want to play the Jaguar. All right, well, this is another deck, and this is really weird in the sense that green felt reasonably open, and specifically black-green felt open, and then it wasn't. And then it just completely dried up, which is certainly unfortunate for us, but we will still try to make this work. We will still try to make this work. 39 cards, that card's fine. These are all somewhat playable cards. I don't think I want to play the Path Cruiser, but let's put it in here and see where we are at. All right, as far as combat tricks go, I do think I like Maximum Overdrive over Silken Strength. Don't think I like the Jaguar. I like the rest of my creatures. They all seem fine. So this can mount something that's 4. Okay. I wonder if even like a Ripclaw Wrangler is playable in this format just because it seems kind of slow. Although I really don't want to play that many vehicles in this deck. Yeah, I'm not playing the Path Cruiser. I do think the bike is fine, though. This one is much better. It gains you life, gives you that mana fixing as well. As far as white sources go, we have 2 white cards. 2, 3, 4, 5 white sources. Can probably shave one of the planes. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Definitely need to cut one more card here and add a land. So let's figure out our mana. Very heavy on the black. 6, 7, 8, 9 black. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green. I mean, this cycles, though. And I do have a double green card here, so why don't we just go 5 green sources here as well? All right, let's try something like this. I think I like all my creatures, so what spell do I... Oh, I forgot about... I can just cut the Wrangler. Yeah, that's fine. I'd rather just have the combat trick, just to be able to push some damage through. All right, deck number 4, done. I thought black-green was open, but... I mean, it is what it is. This is our deck. All right. Now, before round 1 starts, I just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, well, I have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Special shout out for all the people here. Thank you so much for all your support. It really means a lot and allows me to continue making all of this content. Access to the Patreon will give you access to my Discord channel, which I believe is a really great way to get a leg up on Aetherdrift Limited. There's a ton of awesome people there looking to get better, just like yourself. And I think it's just going to be an excellent resource. Additionally, check out the Patreon if you want my grades for all cards in this format. All you have to do is go to patreon.com/paulcheon and you will actually just see a link. All you have to do is join. You can actually join for free for access to those cards or to the rankings. All right, opponent on the play here. This hand looks completely fine. Turn to Wreckage Wickerfolk. I will lead with the Foul Roads. We have Perilous Snare, which is great. Turn, you know, it's funny how I was like, this format's kind of slow, and then our opponent plays a 1-mana 2/1. What the blue-red into what? Oh my gosh. Okay, okay. I see how it is. I see how it is. Wreckage Wickerfolk for us. I don't need any more lands. I don't think I want a 7-drop either. Do I want this 5-drop? Yes. Yes, I do. I have 5 lands. This attack is just wild to me. Do they have multiple ways to draw cards? Oh, they literally had this in play. What am I saying? They're going to hit me for so much here. Oh my gosh. What a start. This is the combo, by the way. They're going to hit me with a 3/3 and a 3/2 here on turn 3. How insane is that? Look at what they discarded too, by the way. Unreal. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm just kind of in this awkward spot where I'm the first person who has to flinch, and I just have to hope that this works. But I will say, I don't feel confident about this. Okay, let's block here. Okay, we at least got that through. Okay, we're at 9 life, though. 9 life. Okay. I think Fane Guardian is going to be quite good here. They have 3 cards left. Let's see what they do. Roadside Blowout. That is a good magic card. Man, what a good deck. Great, great deck. Well, I don't really have a choice. If they have a counterspell here or another removal spell, so be it. Let's block the Spike Spitter. Oh, don't tell me you have something else. Oh my gosh. You are a gross, gross human. Gross. I'm just killing this now, gaining some life. They're going to have maximum speed, but it is what it is. Well, you know what? I'm glad to at least showcase the fact that this is what a good blue-red deck looks like. And they just play it... Okay. This is a trophy deck, by the way. What our opponent has is a trophy deck. So I do not need to... there's no reason for me to be really upset about losing to this. They have a fantastic deck. I hope they play a bunch of tutus. Because then I can play the Archfiend. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, not dead yet, technically. Oh, they did play another creature. Okay. Okay. All right, we're still in this. We're at 1. But we can kill the Buccaneer. No shot. No shot. Oh, come on. Oh, oh, you dirty dog. You dirty, dirty dog. Okay. You know what? It's fine. We put up a pretty good fight. They had, you know, an absolutely incredible draw. And there was not much I could have done. So we were very close to stabilizing there. We would have killed the 3-4 with our Quag, and then we would have had a 5-5 in play, and we had a cycling land. So if we're going to lose in that fashion, such is life. Let's play that. Do I want more lands? I don't actually. I definitely don't want another Wicker Folk. Yeah, sure. I'll take the land. Gets me closer to playing the Archfiend. Okay, Quag Feast. What is this? Curse Cloth Wrappings. Okay. Let's play the Veloheart Bike into Scurryfoot. Don't kill my Scurryfoot. Swing and a miss. I'm telling you, people miss a lot in this format. I'm not sure if it was good to play the Grim Bauble there, but whatever. Wretched Doll, okay. Deathless Pilot. That's interesting, but I kind of want to play Fang Guardian. And they don't really have a great block if I just do this and have leave up Fang Guardian or play Fang Guardian. Like, obviously they could have something, but there's still... look, I'm going to play the Fang Guardian here regardless, right? So I just play it. If they kill this, it's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Like, I'm not down a card on this exchange, so this is still okay. And I still get to attack. It is bad that I can't cast the Sheffet Archfiend anytime soon, though. Okay, that card is no good. Sure, I'll take it. All right, let's play the Pilot. Really annoying creature because I can just keep getting it back. At this phase in the game, it's not bad. I don't have anything to do with the Bauble, so I think I'm just going to Surveil here. Grim Javelineer, sure. I will block. I don't want them to get more speed going. They get to Surveil, which is fine. We also get to Surveil. I don't want lands, though. Grim Bauble is good, though. Let's get that out of the way. And attack. Alright, our opponent's at 5 life. Daring Mechanic. So that is a 3-3. Alright, let's just return this back to our hand. Another land. Let's attack with the 3-3. They can block. Okay, we play the pilot, and then we will surveil again. Now, well, you know, it's weird though because I have two 2/2s in play, but obviously I will surveil here with the bauble. I actually still don't think I want to land, to be honest. What is my engine count at? Nothing? Engine count nothing? Okay, I don't think I need that. Well, I'm still going to play it. Alright, we are on level 2. I don't think it's going to matter here, but this should be enough unless they have a sweeper. That's not going to... Wow, they have... That's a lot of filler. That is a lot of filler. But, you know, format is still new. Sometimes you run into filler decks with a lot of filler. Sometimes you run into decks like my opponent in that first round. That was an unbelievable deck. Props to them. Really sweet deck. All right, round number 3. We are on the play and we have all of our colors, so I am keeping. I really wish I had more like graveyard synergies. I just feel like I kind of didn't end up with a bunch of them. Do I need to play reanimation spells or what have you? Dynamite Diver, okay. Well, I have a good answer for that one. Pretty interesting. The Fang Guardian is so good. I'm going to keep it. I have a couple of 5s, but that's fine. Greenbelt Guardian, okay. Start your engines! Did we hit? Oh my gosh, we actually hit. I never expect to hit with that thing. Alright, so Dracosaur Auxiliary is good, but it's a lot of mana. And we do have the answer for that, which is also very good. Alright, what do I want to do? Yeah, this is good. Because I'm just going to run this out anyways. And now I can just pump this, and then the Dynamite Diver doesn't really have a good place to deal the 1 damage. Now, they can make a 5/5 Greenbelt Guardian, but I don't think it's in their best interest here to attack me. Like, I can just hit them back for so much, but I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Things continue to get exciting here for us. I'm just going to attack with the Wreckage Wicker Folk. Maximum speed. I definitely want to find a land here with the Wreckage Wicker Folk. All right. The need for speed. 3/2 Menace. All right. Let's Wicker Folk. More flying. When they make this into a 5/5, we will use Run Over. Oh. Perilous Snare and Night Market? Which one do I want? The problem is, I can't... Okay, it's got to be Perilous Snare. Come on. All right. Got that down. Because the thing is, it doesn't really matter what I kill here. They're probably going to play something decent here, which is the hope. But then I can just start putting counters on things. I mean, think about this. I play this, and it's kill target thing, and put a +1/+1 counter on one of my creatures. How good is that? Well, I don't really know what they're contemplating here. Two unknown cards here. Chandra, what do you do? That is a good Magic card. Does this kill that? It sure does. It sure does. Now, I do also have to consider...
My team's got me covered.
I don't think they're going to attack me with this.
Push it to the limit.
So my question, what if I just exile this? You can only saddle this as a sorcery, but I can kill this. So, but they can saddle this, but that's okay, because I can still kill the Chandra. I just feel like getting this going for 2 turns is just very valuable. There. There.
Back after a pit stop.
All right. Seems pretty awesome to me. Hazard of the Dunes, okay? So where do I want to put this? I think I want to put it on the Fang Guardian so they can't kill it with the auxiliary. Let's do green on this one. And let's attack with the Raider. I don't want to do this yet because I don't want to trade with the vehicle. So let's just attack with our Menace creature and stay back. And then next turn, if they don't find a red source, then we can just kill the... Oh my gosh, we can also play the Regent. Lightning Strike. Okay, that's a good one. They still can attack us. Is this a dinosaur? It is not. Gotta think here. Yeah, let's just kill this. So they're gonna crew the vehicle. And then I just make this a 6-4. Yeah, Perilous Snare is bonkers. Bonkers. Okay. Well, we lost to a really good deck, but we were able to follow that up with a couple of victories here. So this one's looking decent. 2-1. All right, on the play here. Yep, like this hand. Not really sure which one to lead off with. I'm going to lead off with the Scurryfoot just because I feel like, let's say I draw a land next turn. Maybe there's a chance I don't run out the night market, right? Yeah. I'm just not going to play the night market. Like, I have all my colors. I know I have the Archfiend, but I don't want to get flooded out here. And I have 2 more land drops with the Veloheart Bike. Let's play another Scurryfoot. Sundial Dawn Tyrant, okay. No land? Oof. That is an oof. Why did I do that? I'm silly. I actually want this mana. What am I doing? What am I doing? I mean, what I mean is I probably should have played the night market. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm playing night market then. That's their play. You have something for 1 black? Okay. Sure. Yeah, let's play this. And I'm going to do this just so I can get my value right away. Although, that is the question. Do I, if they kill it in response, do I get the 3/3? Like, I don't actually know how that works. What does this do? I see. Man, this is the worst Archfiend ever. I'm just going to lose all my stuff. I'm still going to play this, though. Get a spell out of my opponent's hand, hopefully. Yeah. Whoa, double Lifecraft engine? What does this do? Oh, they even got like special art on it. They can choose a creature type. Construct, robot, sure. Okay. Let's play this. Definitely don't want to land. Quag Feast is highly interesting. I don't think I want the Wicker Folk though, but I will keep Quag Feast. It kills a 4-drop or better. What are they going to name? Zombie? Okay. So this can get crude, right? So I don't really want to attack with ground creatures because they can crew this. Unless I play the Quag Feast on something. But this is sack another creature surveil one, okay. Okay. Zombie. So many vehicles. You know what's funny is like the one I'm most concerned about, like I don't care about these vehicles. Top, well, I'm concerned about everything now. But do I block? It does shrink the other thing. All right, sure. It is technically a 1-for-1. And I killed it rare. Ooh, that is super exciting. I feel like I should probably play it now. Maybe not. Maybe it's better just to wait and just use Quag Feast on something. I'm just not entirely sure what I should be using it on. This card looks like it can be kind of annoying, but I don't actually know. Let's try this. Let's try to kill both engines. It's the only thing that kind of hits reasonably hard. Okay. Oh no, I don't get to deal damage to them. Ah, that's annoying. Well, you know what? They don't actually have great blockers, so I can't technically just attack with everything and see what they do. Okay, they're at 15. Sure. I will take 3. Oh, that's really brutal. Oh, maximum overdrive. Oh, well, that makes things a lot more interesting. So what's going to happen here? I'm going to attack with everything. They're going to block the Gastral Raider, but that's fine because then I'll have maximum velocity or maximum speed. And if that happens, then this will be a 4/3 menace creature, which I'm pretty happy with having, right? So they're happy with this, and I'm happy with Well, here's my question, actually. Basically, alternatively, I can just trade this to make sure that I get a point of damage in, just to get the Necro region going. Which is actually better, and I get to save maximum overdrive. Yeah, this is fine. I basically traded my 2-1 for a 2-2. Just to make sure that I have maximum speed here, so that I can cast this and get it going. They have no cards in hand, so... They have been scrying and such. I don't think this card's actually good, but we'll see. Momentum Breaker. Wow, another Wreckage Wicker Folk. I feel like I need to try to end this game quickly, so I'm going to attack with everything. And there's no scenario where this goes that poorly for me, given that I have this maximum overdrive. So they're probably going to crew the Scouter and then double block the Risen Necro Regent, but we'll see what they do. Wait, no, that doesn't do anything. Why would you do that? Oh, I see. That is fine. Alright, well, I mean, the last ride is big now. That's okay. Like, I still have a couple of good flyers in play. And they're not in a great position to attack me either. Definitely, ooh, Deathless Pilot in the graveyard is good value. And then Run Over should also be quite good. Especially in conjunction with Maximum Overdrive. I can make something I can give something Death Touch and then Run Over, which is also really nice. Now, if they just decide to attack me with the last ride, I can also just use Maximum Overdrive and block. Or I can just take it. Plenty of solid options here. Tune-up. Okay. Hey, that's not bad. They just reanimated a 4-4. Made their zombies bigger. Okay. So let's block here. Well, I mean, it just kind of depends on what I want to kill. Do I just take the 8? And just kill the Zahur? Because if they have maximum speed, this card can be kind of annoying. Yeah, let's do this. Alright, so they're at maximum speed. They get to gain some life as well. I don't want to attack with their Necro Regent. Another Zahur? What? What? Okay. They're at 6 life. If I kill this, this is a 3-2, so something needs to chump as well. No, 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 no! I shouldn't have done that! I am so... Ugh. They had this in play. What am I doing? Oh my gosh, that was a big mistake. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I should have killed Zahur. Yeah, what the freak? What the freak? It's okay. I do have the Shefet Archfiend in play. And that should do a good job of killing all these zombies. So maybe it's correct to actually... maybe it was correct to actually do that. Going the 4? You are insane. Okay. I hope you make an extremely irresponsible attack here. What is that? Okay, okay, okay. Let's jump. Alright, give me a land. The nice thing is I can chump the ground forever. Oh, they still get 2 zombies back, which is crazy. Ugh. Ugh. Let's play the pilot. We have 4 blockers, so I'm not really too concerned about dying. Very close one, though. They can actually gain life with the Brawler, with the Momentum Breaker, and then draw more cards off the last ride if they so choose. Oh, gosh. Oh, that's brutal. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. I need Grim Javelineer to attack. That's what I need. No. Because they're going to get their zombies back. Which is not great for me, of course. Bad attack. Oh, no, it's not a bad attack. That's a fine attack. Let's block. Block. They get to surveil as well. Well, at least I get to keep getting this back, but... And none of my creatures die, but the thing is... They still get 2 more 2/2s here. After everything. Oh... That could be a nice setup, actually. What I can do... is... kill... Sacrifice another creature. I can kill the Zahur. Maybe I do that. They're at 3. I mean, I'm still going to do this. They should... I don't know that they are... I don't know that they recognize their enchantment being in play, I will say. Alright, you are at 2 life. Block. Take 3. They gain some life. They draw cards. Let's kill Zahur. So they still get a zombie here. They're at 4 life. We're at 9. We get to play the Archfiend, which is good. Oh, the zombie comes into play tapped. That's fantastic. I do want to keep something back just because I don't want to die if they just kill my Archfiend out of nowhere. Well, if I attack with everything, though, the Wickerfolk has to go here. No, I want to keep some... it's better to play it safe here. I'm going to just attack for 3. Knowing them, they're going to take the 3. Or are they? No! Oh, that's a disaster, actually. Oh, well. That's a good block. I still got to play it. Maybe I should have attacked with a Wicker Folk as well. All right, they're at 2. They can't really attack me with the last ride, or else they're just going to die. So this is a good place to be. And I can get back the pilot and block. Very grindy matchup. Good back and forth. But I have 3 lethal flyers, right? Like if they kill my Archfiend, I can still kill them with the Wicker Folk. That's, oh my gosh, that's a really good card. That is a really good card. Okay, it only counts their creatures though. Okay, fair enough. They're gonna hope I don't block. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Wow, well, at least it's gonna die. That's unbelievable. That I literally couldn't think of a combination of things that my opponents could do. Oh my gosh. Oh wow, that was also unbelievable. I'm at 8. Let's kill their flyer. It's a 2-turn clock. Let's go for it. They have 1 card to draw. Woo! That was a great game. Great game, Chuck. Great game. Oh, wow. That was a hard game, but we managed to figure it out. Perilous Snare. Whew. That is an A-level card. That is an A, just so you know. Removal spell that also wins you the game over time? That starts your engines? So strong. 3-1. Alrighty, opponent on the play. Slow-ish hand, but still gonna keep this. We do have the Veloheart Bike. Gain us some life. The Archfiend to get us back while we're behind. Probably gonna cycle one of these, honestly. Oh, never mind. I have a turn 2 play. Oh, actually cycling one of these is awesome. That's the combo, right? Return one of these bad boys to play. That is very good. I'll keep the planes for now. Let's play the Raider. See what you got. What you got? You got to have something. Double spin out, momentum breaker. Woo! Okay. They got some goodies. They got some goodies. Momentum breaker. Yep, that's good. Take 1 and oh man. Wait, what? How did they get speed going? Oh, momentum breaker. Right. Oh, that's rough. I need to find an answer to this Necro Regent. Let's spin that. Problem is they have spin out as well. Oh man. I feel like I need to cycle one of these. All right, let's play this. Oh, I can also reanimate Gastel Raider to get the spin out of their hand. I don't know if that's actually good, though. Transit Mage. Okay. Need to really prevent them to get to max speed here. Packed Doll Terror. Okay. Cycle. Siphon Fuel. All right, we found the answer. And I will keep the land here. We found the answer. So the question is, do I run out the Archfiend? just because it's a flyer and they have to kill it. Is there anything else that's better? I can also just take the 1 and force them, and then maybe they play the Necro region and I get them. That's probably better. We're at 20. Because I feel like getting the Broodheart engine going just over time in this kind of more of a control-y matchup is good for me. Now you're at max speed. I can't stop the max speed, so there you go. Whew. Okay. So we dealt with that. So that's good. Quag Feast I will certainly keep. Nothing really I need to Quag Feast right now. What do I want to do right now? Probably just pump this. Wait, what am I thinking here? What am I doing? I don't really care. I don't even know what I was thinking there, honestly. This is fine. The thing is, I don't really want to lose my bike. And I'm going to save my Quag Feast for probably the Packdoll Terror. I don't really care about a 1/3 flyer. If I find an untapped land, I'm going to keep it for at least 1 turn because I want to be able to cast the Shafet Archfiend. Also, trading that isn't bad because I have the Archfiend. Packdoll Terror, okay. We'll keep that. All right. If they kill my Pride of the Road, I think I'm okay with that. I just want to get in for maximum damage here. They're going to be able to kill something. And I assume it's going to be Pride of the Road. I have so much mana already. And then they just have Wreckage Wickerfolk to Archfiend in my hand, Archfiend in my graveyard. I can use the Broodheart engine to get back Pride of the Road if I think that's going to be relevant as well. I think that's a mistake what they did. But you know what? It's a mistake that I'm happy with. Like, how I already have 6 mana in play. How does this matter? Oh, wow. Momentum Breaker. Okay. That was a good rip. What does this do? Discard a card, draw a card. Okay. Do I just want a 7 mana 5/5 flyer in play? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. Oh, let's attack first. And then now I just don't need to get any more lands, right? Now we're set. And does this target any graveyard? From your graveyard. So I can get back another Archfiend, which probably is the best thing to do. They can gain some life here, which is fine. But now, I mean, think about it. I can hit them so hard with Pride of the Road into the Archfiend. Did they draw a removal spell or something? Wow! What? All right, all right. Fair enough. Let's put that in the yard. That's a great card to put in the yard. That is not as good. I think I value the Surveil right now more than just having the creature because they're at such a high life total. So let's just keep it like this for now. See? Boom, value. Stampeding Scurryfoot is decent. They're at 23. Target creature or vehicle gains double strike until end of turn. Okay, they get to loot away another max. Wait, they have 2 max speed lands in their deck? Wow, that's interesting to say the least. I'm happy trading this with a Pact Terror if they want. I feel like Pact Terror has more value to them than this has for us. Right? Necro Regent. Boom. Okay, what you got? Midnight Mangler. Okay. How good is the bobble here? It's probably pretty good. I'll keep it. It's a good post-combat. It's a good post-combat situation. So if I give this double strike, it would still die, but if they triple block everything, this kills everything. 4-1, then 3-2. So this needs to get blocked. Sure. Let's kill that. Yeah. I mean, we're just slowly kind of getting our value here. I'm going to play this land too. Make another 2-2. Yeah, this Necro Regent is bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. I mean, they're trying. They're looting away a lot of stuff here. What? I don't know what this is. Good game. Okay. Green-black. You know, I thought this was gonna be one of the. Honestly, I thought this might have been what. This might be one of the weaker archetypes because I just felt like their uncommons weren't particularly good. But if the format is slow, I think both the uncommons, which I had rated lower, are actually better than anticipated because of the speed of the format. Just like, yeah, it's really odd. To be fair, again, it's early access. I haven't run into too many good streamline aggro decks just yet. But when I played red-white, I went 1-3. Alrighty, opponent on the play here. Great hand. We have a 6-drop, but everything else is cheap. Lots of good interaction. I'm going to keep this. Gas Guzzler. Ooh, that's a good one. This is where having this tap land is kind of awkward. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep. This is a 1-drop Start Your Engines card? Oh my gosh. I mean, that's constructed level right there. Wow. Wow. Ben Stiller is very powerful. All right, we're going to play the Wicker Folk and just try to find some lands here. Lots of cheap things. Just need to make sure we can smooth out our hand. How good would this card be in Duskmourn draft, by the way? Oh. Surveil 2 Artifact Creature Common? Okay, well, they figured out what to do. All right, let's play the Wreckage Wicker Folk. Okay, well, we surveilled 2 things to the graveyard. If we don't draw a land here, I will be very sad. Because that's what? 1, 2, 4 draw steps at a land? Why did they not saddle? I don't understand. I believe that might have been a misstep here, but now I'm gonna block. They could have a trick, but it's fine. They're in their attack step though, so. I certainly don't want them to increase their speed. All right, we drew a land. So not the saddest person on the planet. All right, we'll play a 1-drop. Play a 1-drop. If they kill it, they kill it. I'm not gonna use Quag Feast on the Guzzler though, I don't think. What I really want to do is just cycle the Sheffet Archfiend. Sheffet? Sheffy? Sheffo? So I'm going to cycle this first just to see what's on top. It's a tap land. Yeah, I'm just going to block. Quag Feast, whatever they play here, and then try to stabilize here with the Night Market. Yep. Oh, wait. Is this... Mana value is less than or equal to the number of cards in your graveyard. Okay, we have more than enough. Let's name white. That thing was a 7/7. Holy cow. How did they... Oh, like every single card in their graveyard was just a creature? Damn. Okay. I don't think I can handle another large creature. Or 2 large creatures. You know, Nicole, this isn't cool. This isn't cool. You're not... You shouldn't be using your big skill edge against me like this. This is ridiculous. Pro Tour. Where's my Pro Tour? Well, I'm not qualified, so I guess I don't get a Pro Tour. This thing exhausts as well? Alright, well, I take a bazillion. I take a bazillion. Oh my gosh. And this thing comes back onto the battlefield? This card is outrageous. Oh, what a good draw. But I still have the 6/4 I need to deal with. I guess I just take 6. I don't know why I'm doing it now. This seems really silly. What can I get back? The Necro Regent is not a bad choice. Well, we're taking 6 again. And then hopefully this Siphon Fuel gets it done, and hopefully they play a small creature. So in my ideal world, this is what happens, okay? They play a small creature, a 2 toughness creature, which I can kill with Run Over. I take 6, and then I cast Siphon Fuel to kill the Afterburner Expert. They are on a maximum speed. 2 cards in hand. What can I get back? I can get back the Necro Regent, but I'm not at enough... I was going to say loyalty, but you know what I mean. Ooh, they have a nice deck. 10/10 Ooze Patrols? Goodness. 21 cards left in their deck. Oh my gosh, that is a good Magic the Gathering card. We'll keep that one. I'll keep that one. Get that mole off the battlefield. I just want a clean battlefield because I have the Siphon Fuel in my hand. And I don't really have that many good targets for Run Over anyways. And I felt like it was a good use of my mana because I have the hard removal spell. Alright. Flyer seems okay, but I think I can do better. Land is okay. Let's attack. And I'm just going to pass and leave up Siphon Fuel here, just to guarantee that I can use this. Wow. Okay. I'm surprised they let me get to speed up. I guess they were waiting for a potential bigger draw that turn. Or I guess they wanted me to utilize the Broodheart engine, which is completely reasonable. Let's Surveil here. Basically any creature I'll keep. Well, I don't want that. I'll keep the Imperiosaur. Five, 4. Hope it's good. Hope it's good. This looks like a way better version of the black-green deck that I drafted the other day. Possibly. The one drop is nice. These oozes look very good here. Oh, wow. This is really interesting. Like, I can potentially just die here if they go removal spell into creature. But I feel like if they had a creature, they would have been playing it already. It looks like they probably just have more removal. Oh, this could be the Bone Splinters, honestly. Don't want that. Oh, that's interesting. Making this a 6/5 is nice too against this. We have a really good board. They could have a removal spell for this, but I can still block the Veloheart Bike. I don't think I'm going to cycle this just given the fact that I have 6 mana. I can put a counter on my zombie and then just play this as a 5/5 flyer if need be. I know they have something up their sleeve here. All right, this is the Bone Splinters. They could have used that last turn, but we'll note really good patience exhibited by them. Lots of removal. At least I got a 2/2 out of the deal. All right, Chitin Gravestalker, sure. 1 mana? The heck? Okay, so that's a Blossoming Sands. I can't play this turn then. The reason why I put the counter here is because I still just want to keep this back to trade with the Omnivore. And if I make this a 3/3, they can still attack me with the Omnivore. So I'd rather just have the 6/5. And I still have the option of pumping this next turn and then playing the Archfiend. And like everything is still fine, right? Like I still get to keep my 2/2 and their Gibberick Omnivore still dies. 2 cards in hand for them. They clearly have something because they're definitely tanking here and figuring out what their play should be. Ooh, that is quite nice. What are they going to get back? Ooze Patrol? That thing is going to be ginormous. They can also, look, if they feel like they're behind enough, then I could also see them getting back the Death Touch creature, not knowing about my Archfiend. That would be ideal for me. If they have a land, though, then they're just going to go land into... Oh, they don't have an untapped land. Okay. Okay. That's good. Now they can't even crew the cruiser, and I can attack for 5. So this is wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. And then they're going to take... So they take 5, go to 5, and then my flyer kills them. And I'm in no danger, because all they have is the cruiser. So we don't really care about Ooze Patrol at this point. We have this flyer. Things are looking great. Now, if they find a 3-mana removal spell for the Archfiend, all right! And there you go! A successful run with Abzan Midrange. Yeah, like I said, this format feels slow enough where something like this I can see being one of the stronger archetypes in the format. This, Exhaust, all the Mana Sink archetypes. All the Mana Sink archetypes look good. I don't know what the best aggressive archetype is. Maybe it's green-white. Maybe it, in fact, isn't red-white. But this was a really, really smooth and clean run. Our only loss, honestly, being to that absurd blue-red deck, which kind of had everything early on. And outside of that, this deck felt really smooth. The Necro Regents were great. The Archfiends were surprisingly reasonable, just as a late game finisher. And Yeah, to be fair, I mean, I had my fair share of things that also died to it. With all the self-mill, the pilot also just randomly gave me value. It's really hard to actually just close things out on the ground, it seems. So having these flyers also randomly helps as well. I'm happy that I had all this interaction. Siphon Fuel was totally fine. And we had enough interaction and tricks where we were able to kind of take the games and make them go long. And Broodheart Engine. This is the type of card which typically is bad in formats that are very, very fast, but I feel like it's okay in this format. I feel like it is okay in this format. And we were able to utilize this card very well, reanimate things from the graveyard for value, and also surveil and just try to figure and just sculpt out our perfect draws. And putting things into the graveyard is also really, really nice with this. I think I could have done a better job of building maybe a more graveyard-centric deck with maybe better recursive effects. But I don't know that I saw too many or it just, I didn't see it. But this deck felt really good, I will say. It felt really good. A little bit slow, but hey, that's what the Grim Baubles are for. I still had a bunch of cheap things to play to kind of keep things squared away until I got to the late game. Perilous Snare, absolutely ridiculous. And Gastro Raider. I will say, I don't actually think this card is insane, but I think I got pretty lucky in being able to nab cards because I just feel like, look at my deck. Look at my deck. I have 4 cards you can hit. So often you will miss with this. So don't just expect to take something immediately with this card just because your instants and sorcery slots are being covered by vehicles and artifacts and all that other stuff. So you're just not going to have as many hits. Still a fine 3-drop that starts your engines and you have maybe, let's say, a 40% chance to hit a card. But you know what? This deck felt super smooth. Really happy to draft this deck. And would be happy to actually try to draft this archetype again, but that'll be for a later draft. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That is patreon.com/paulcheon. Additionally, check out TCGplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. Pre-orders for Aetherdrift are available now. If you want to purchase some boxes, make sure you scroll down and click that affiliate link in the description below before you pick up any product. Last but not least, check out heavyplay.com. You need sleeves. You need your dice boxes. You need your deck boxes. Heavyplay.com is the place to go to for all those things, all your magic supplies. Heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. Remember, my rankings for all of these cards are going to be available. I put it on a Google Doc sheet. All you have to do is follow me on Patreon, and then you should be able to see the link and check it out from there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.